Very good evening, class 10th. So, as I promised you that we are going to draw today, that is human digestive system, means our alimentary canal, human alimentary canal we are going to draw, and I guarantee you after this diagram, once you have finished this diagram with me, you are going to be so confident to reproduce this diagram in the exams also. Only you need to practice it with me, right? That is why I have already not drawn it, because I thought you can draw it with me, right? So let's start with the outer line, because बच्चों को many students they have I don't know different types of phobia about the diagrams that ma'am हम नहीं draw कर पाएंगे, right? Our drawing is not good. See, for this you don't need to be good in your creativity. You only need to understand that where you have to draw which part of alimentary canal. So let's start with our outlining first. As you can see here, every one of you know the shape of nose. Although my drawing is also not good, but I'm trying it with you, right? So we will just give it a shape of nose, and then just like this, and then make it inner side of your mouth. Done. That is the inner area of your mouth, because we have to draw the glands here. So here is your intake from the where you take intake of food. So you can draw it like this, okay? Because we are just making the outlining first, so this portion should be little correct, so that it should look like कि आप ड्रॉ क्या कर रहे हो. So this we are going to give थोड़ा सा बड़ा करेंगे इसको. So we are going to give, this is okay. So you can give it an outline like this, and you can turn it and give it a outline. I think this is the easiest one. You can easily draw this. Done, right? Or you can just broaden this little bit more, because we have to draw our esophagus. So we are going to draw little bit more here, little bit broader, so that we can easily draw our esophagus. I think this outline should be clear with you, right? So I'm changing the color for our esophagus. As you can see, one pipe I'm joining it from here, this one is continuing here, and one we are taking from the upper end. So you can bring it like this much is clear. Okay, now let's make the glands. Let's make our 3 glands. In the mouth we talked about the salivary gland. So here this area is our, very easy to label. What should label? But we should label mouth. Done. Or you call it as your buccal cavity. This is your buccal cavity, right? This area is your buccal cavity. Now there are 2 options for yours. Many of the students, they do not draw 3 parts of the salivary glands. Actually, salivary glands is of having 3 salivary glands contains 3 parts basically. One is parotid, right? Another one is sublingual, टंग के पास में जो होता है सबलिंगुअल, और एक जो आपकी जॉ के पास में होता है, दैट इज सब mandibular, right? So the option I'm giving you, either you just label this portion as the salivary glands, just label it as the salivary glands, because यहाँ एरिया में सारा आपका टंग जॉज, ये वाला जो एरिया है इसमें टंग जॉ एज वेल एज योर पैरोटिड ग्लैंड. Parotid near the ईयर होता है बच्चा, तो इसको हम थोड़ा सा ऊपर बनाते हैं. दिस ग्लैंड इज योर पैरोटिड ग्लैंड. इट इज नियर द ईयर. पैरोटिड. राइट. नाउ नियर द टंग, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हमारी टंग आ जाती है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू मेक हेयर our third gland, that second gland, that is sublingual. Right. And jaw पे आता है हमारा third salivary gland, that is submandibular. तो option is your. I will suggest that better if you draw these three, because it will also give the picture to examiner that you have understood the concept. You know the concept, right? So why to just only, and then you can label the salivary glands. These three, they are known as salivary glands, which secrete saliva. Right. So now this is done. This is labeled. Okay. So here even you can mark this portion as the tongue also. This is the area of our tongue. Now what about this here? यहाँ पे जैसे ही पाइप आती है, यहाँ से एक हमारा निकलता है from here. That is the place जहाँ पे आपका basically epiglottis निकलता है. So now this is esophagus. This is esophagus. Done. So esophagus is also known as food pipe. I hope you have done this thing with me. Okay. Here we are going to draw, as you can see, that I am drawing these diaphragm here. Right. So we are going to draw this diaphragm. So you can label it as a diaphragm. See, so many labeling already we have done till this point. Mouth, salivary glands, parotid, submandibular, sublingual, tongue. These all are salivary glands, esophagus, and our diaphragm. Done? Very good. Now we are going to proceed next. We need now more outline. Okay, so we will give it more outline. So here, from here you can make it like this, so that we can give it a outline. Done? So we will give it a shape like this. We are giving our diagram a nice shape. So it is done. As you can see, isko thoda chota. As you can see, this is, we have given the shape below the diaphragm. Now esophagus is coming here. We are going to draw our stomach, because after esophagus, food is, that is coming to your, it is coming to stomach. Done. So here we are drawing our stomach. Now stomach के बिल्कुल पास में there is present our, I will change the color so that you should not get confused about this. So here, as you can see, I am drawing liver, bacha. I am drawing here liver. Okay. So I will make it little more broaden. So here, as you can see, this is our liver. Now stomach and liver, there is between them, there is one major thing always you should draw. If you are going to label your diagram well, or not giving examiner any chance to cut your marks, so you should draw all the points. So here, as you can see, I have made this gallbladder, right? And we are going to connect it with the here, that is our stomach, right? Now this is continuing here. We are continuing it like this. Done? Any problem? I don't think there should be any problem. Okay, now let's label these parts first. Let's label them. This is, what is this? Stomach. STOMACH. What is this? This is liver. तो ईसोफेगस को किससे कनेक्ट करना है? स्टमक के. स्टमक के पास में क्या बनाएंगे? लिवर. एंड हेयर, लिवर के बिल्कुल अंदर क्या दिखने वाला है आपको? गॉल ब्लैडर. दिस इज, वी आर मेकिंग गॉल ब्लैडर, राइट. एंड नाउ गॉल ब्लैडर, लिवर क्या सिक्रीट करता है? व्हाट लिवर रिलीजेस? जूस. एक जूस कराया था मैंने, कोई जूस सिक्रीट करता है ये. विच जूस इट गिव टू पेनक्रियाज? बाइल जूस. तो ये जूस डक्ट के थ्रू आता है, एंड दिस डक्ट और दिस ट्यूब इज नोन एज बाइल duct. This tube is our bile duct. And now we are going to draw, क्योंकि liver और pancreas, they are very important for the intestine. और pancreas, तो you know, it is leaf-like structure. So here exactly, very easy for you. I'm going to make down this structure. This is little thick. We are going to make it a little thin for you. Okay, let's make it little thin, right? Let's make it little thin. Okay, like this. This is perfect. So here, this one is your pancreas. So we are going to label it pancreas. Okay, so this you can label it pancreas. Now what is happening to this tube which is coming from the stomach? Okay, now the last portion which is left out, let's change the color, and we are going to make our most important parts, those which absorb water as well as absorb food. So we are going to make our intestine, right? So here you can see this is appendix, and this I'm drawing is, what I'm drawing right now? I'm drawing large intestine. Done? I'm drawing here large intestine, and I will tell you a very, very easy way to mark it, that how you can label it very easily. Choice is yours. Either you just leave it like that this is okay. थोड़ा सा स्पेस मेरे लिए कम रह गया, but it's fine. We will adjust. Okay, so here, so we will make our appendix little bit low, little bit smaller in the size, right? So here it is done, and this is our, what I am making right now, that is, let's make it, this is our large intestine. Okay, this is large intestine. Done? Okay, now in the inside of this, there is the most coiled portion we have, because when we see the NCERT diagram, we feel that we too can never draw it. We always feel like we can never ever draw it. I know everyone that thinks like that only, right? Here, let's make this now, label it faster. So here you can label it as, first thing, small intestine. Very easy for those who doesn't want to make the very elaborate diagram. And what are you going to label this? This is large intestine. Fine. So this thing is only for those students who just want to make very specific labeling, very specific. They don't want to label each and every part in the detail. Okay, this area is anus, from which undigested part is thrown out, and just above anus there is rectum. RECTUM, rectum. Done. Now, one major thing I'm giving additional for those who want to label every part of the intestine. Now just look here where it is going. It is going your, how is it moving, basically how your intestine is moving. It is moving like this, so it is moving in the upper direction. So this portion will be ascending. मैथ्स में जब नीचे से ऊपर जाते हैं तो कौन सा ऑर्डर होता है? ascending colon, right? So ascending colon. And now the part which is here, this portion, this is your duodenum, right? This is, I'm going to take here, this is duodenum. This is duodenum. And then there is this portion here. I will make it, this is the portion of your small intestine actually, like this. So this portion is your duodenum. And then this portion here, most coiled portion, inner side, that is jejunum. Jejunum. And the last portion जहाँ पे ये ख़त्म होती है, that is ileum. Ileum. So duodenum, jejunum and ileum, these are our small intestine. Duodenum, jejunum, ileum, these are our small intestine parts, right? Now ascending colon, I'm changing the color bacha. For large intestine, I'm changing the color so that you should not get confused. Ascending colon, right? This is ascending colon. Done. अब ये नीचे आ रहा है, ये portion, this is coming down to the anus. So this portion is descending colon. Descending colon, right? This is descending colon. And the last upper portion is transverse colon. Transverse colon. So these three जो मैंने round circle लगाए हैं, these are our large intestine parts, and duodenum, jejunum, ileum, these are our small intestine. And here right last one is, this is appendix. Appendix, right? This is our appendix. Done. So basically these all this transverse colon, descending colon and ascending colon, these are our large intestine parts, major large intestine parts. Colon, rectum, सिक्कम, बहुत सारी बुक्स में आपको ये भी दिया होगा, बट दिस मच इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट फॉर you. So I think after this diagram you should not find difficulty, any single difficulty in drawing this alimentary canal. Most easy diagram I have reproduced for you with all the labeling बच्चा. इससे ज़्यादा I don't think you need any or there is any requirement in your exam at your level. Done. So I will meet you in the next lecture with the rest.